Hey, aloha, and welcome back to another 15-ish minute coffee chat summer edition episode. I am Selena Mackey, and this is
Anna Larson. We are here to host you on today's summer edition episode, and we are thrilled that you are here joining us today.
Yeah, that's right. Today, it's just two of us bringing you all the things that Anna and Selena do, our tips, our tricks, and just actually stories of being a business owner and this entrepreneurial journey we are on.
Yeah, this is casual coffee chat, right? No guests, no pressure. We're just sharing experiences, keeping it real, giving you some real talk, talking things through because that's what business owners do, right? You need a network, you need friends, you need collaborators, you need community where you can go and you can just say, "What's today's topic, Selena?"
So, today's topic, this should be a good one, right? What do you do when your clients suck? And I'm going to tell you right now, we had a different word for suck. But I think it's inevitable, right? When you're in business, you are going to work with a client that they suck the life out of you. They're like vampire clients, or I don't know what word we want to call it. And this is not like we're going to bitch throughout the whole episode. I think it's just like legit, like let's just share a story so you know you're not alone when you have them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know what? I almost forgot to start the timer.
Look,
we only are doing this for 10 minutes, people. Timer has started now.
Everybody's like, we're on hour 60 and they still have not set that timer. This is why we have to have a timer on the screen. It just reminds us. You know what I'm saying?
It does remind us. So sorry for that little sidetrack right there. Let's head back to those sucky clients. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully this isn't like an epidemic where you will have many clients that are super difficult to deal with, right? Hopefully there's just that occasional one-off where it happens. And I think everybody's dealt with that where you're like, I hope they never come back. Asking to do something for them ever again.
Yeah.
But often they do come back. And I think it's because probably you've overextended yourself. You've given literally everything you've got. You let them suck the life out of you to accomplish what it is that they wanted to accomplish. And then they're pleased, right? But you are not a happy business owner in that sense.
No. And I just want to say this too, right? One person's sucky client might be another one's dream client. So I think there's like, when you hear somebody's like, don't work with them, they're horrible. You know, give it some extra thought though, because just, you never know. You work different. My tolerance level is very different from Anna's, right? So,
we're not going to tell you which way that goes either.
No, zero. It's summer. You can guess we have your cocktail in the pool that you're in. You know what I mean? So,
but I think it's different, right? Like the things that bother me don't necessarily bother Selena. And the things that bother Selena don't necessarily bother me, which is why there really is that individuality and why there is space for so many different entrepreneurs in the same community and industry, working for the same audience. And okay, so let's jump into what do you do? Like, number one thing for me is going to be you have to set expectations up front. Like when you're dealing with your client onboarding process, that initial conversation, you telling them what you're truly capable of doing and offering is going to be a really big part of weeding out sucky clients or clients that suck for you. Let's do that.
I mean, but you could all day long give them all the rules, give them all the things, and they can still be a nightmare. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to give some helpful advice here, right? Like, let's start there with what you can do.
No, look, I'm going to share a story, but I'm going to go back to my restaurant days because I don't want any current clients to think I'm talking about them, right? I remember just a little background. I ran a restaurant back in Hawaii, and anytime there's a problem, a manager gets called. Anytime there's something great, a manager might get called, right? But mostly it's when something's wrong and we have to go help our staff member fix the problem. And the biggest one was I had a table, which is kind of funny to think about it now, but I had a table of 15 military spouses that were out on a luncheon, and their table wanted to use like 20 million coupons, and our policy was we can only do one. You know what I mean? They had our specialty table, they had all the things, and it's not that I didn't want to help them, but it's just our system was not built to do that many coupons, right? But it's not that, but it was just how the client and I, how that guest and I interacted. She was nasty and she was mean and uh, she was not nice. She said I was a horrible person to my face. She said that I was going to get fired. She said she was really, all in front of my staff member, all in front of all of her guests. And I had to stand there and I said, I'm so sorry you feel like that. So sorry you feel like that. I have a solution here, but it's not what you like, but it's what I can offer. So I think, and it was like, it takes a lot when somebody tells you straight to your face, you're a horrible person because you don't want to do what I want to do in your place of business. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know the rules, everything is set, and there's still this thing. And I don't mind. I think there just has to be like a common ground of like, hey, let's meet in the middle somewhere, right? It was, nope, you're going to do what I want to do in your place of business. And the rules were set from the very beginning, but they had decided they were going to fight it all the way to the end. So,
I think sometimes there's an expectation, right? There's an expectation set. The customer is always right. You're going to do whatever you can for the customer. That includes clients when you are a small business, right? Mm-hmm. And so you really are going to bend over backwards. But I think what you bring up is a really important thing, is that your system wasn't set up to be able to even offer what she wanted.
Right.
And her inability to accept that.
Yeah.
There was no way you were going to be able to give this person what they wanted. There was no way. There was never going to be a happy resolution. So at that point, it really kind of comes down to, you really have, now it's mitigating, right? Mitigating whatever disaster is on its way. How can you make it the least impactful, the least awful, the least terrible in this situation, and still resolve it. Right.
There was no resolve on and I think the point of my story too here is to say, like, some days you're just going to face it. I'm a great person. I just had a guest that was like, we love their regulars, and I have this new table now that said, you're the most horrible human being on the face of the earth. And it's funny to go from one to the other in a span of an hour. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that can happen. You really got to be strong. The end of that story is this person still was mad enough, went all the way up to my regional manager that resided in Florida. My regional manager calls me. I explain. They're like, what the heck? And they said, they're just following what our thing is. I mean, this woman went and accused me of, like, she probably takes a kickback for money in this thing. I mean, it was wild. But the thing is like, you're going to face that. And if most people know me, they know I'm like a giving person. You know what I mean? And I don't know. But I think it sucks, though. I'm not going to lie, right? That person now has set the tone for your day. And so you're on guard and you're on like, you're in fight mode, like, right? Like, you're like, grandma could come in and you're like, I'm ready. Like, I don't know what she's going to say to me. She's going to say my lipstick is wrong or something, instead of just enjoying the day. And I think just kind of like knowing that is something that happens is that they can set the tone. And maybe if you're a client, like, make sure when you're ready to fight, make sure they're human beings behind them, know?
I think there's a responsibility that you have to look at. If you are the client, you have to look at, did they set expectations up front? Mm-hmm. Am I being unreasonable? But on the flip side, if you have a client that is like that, I mean, Selena's been talking about a customer, but clients are your customer in a small business, right? So if you have a customer like that, I'm just telling you right now, I give you permission to fire them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This isn't working out. To just say, thank you so much for using my services, but it's clear that we're not working well together, or it's clear that we're not a good fit. Yeah. It's okay to say that. It doesn't reflect badly on you as a business owner, it doesn't mean that you can't do what they've asked you to do. That might be how they take it. That might be the story they tell,
Yeah.
but it's okay to just say, I have to step away if
Yeah.
it's sucking too much energy and time out of you. And the
Yeah.
same thing goes. Oh, I want to mention this specifically. If you get bad reviews, like on Google or Yelp or something like that, respond to them.
Yeah.
Respond to them as a professional business owner.
Yeah.
Tell your side of the story, because reviews are make a huge impact on people choosing to use your business. You do not want to let bad reviews go with nothing said on your behalf.
Yes. As a person that does respond for my clients, you have to take the emotion out of that when you are responding to a bad one. Keep it professional, like Anna said.
Mhm.
Respond to the details. And if it is, hey, we apologize. This was your experience,
Yeah.
and we hope that we can either connect offline or whatever the thing is. But take the high road. Your business is your business. And I think not everybody is going to like it. Look, I mean, Anna and I have had a client or two that have been like, they're all right. You know what I mean? For the most part, everybody loves us, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Just take the high road as best as you can, because that still represents you and how you handle like the hard stuff that comes in your business that you might, be dealing with.
And as a final thought, go sit back and have a cup. Just take a moment.
This is not water. This is vodka. I'm kidding. God, I would be done if this whole thing
You're
was
not that much in. It's a little early in the summer for that. A little early in the day in the summer for that. But,
Okay, look, when you're in summer, it doesn't matter. You can start in the morning, have a mimosa or Bloody Mary, and just continue it through the day. That is what summer is for.
That's
to be
right.
Reckless. I'm just kidding.
All right, we've hit our 10 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us for today's topic. What do you do when a client sucks? Drop it in the comments. Like, have you had an experience? What did you choose? Did you fire them? Did you try and make it work? Like, let us know. Would you take them back? That's another big question, right?
No.
Bye,
guys.
everyone. See you later.